Let's flash back to the final week of October, the excitement you had going to class after your teammates returned from the annual RMNU camp so that you could hear what an amazing experience they had, as well as find out what they had learned. You spent the first half of the class hearing about the stories from the weekend, the techniques that were shared by the professors, as well as the stories from the social events scheduled later in the evenings. You probably even told yourself you're going to make it to the next camp. Well, you're in luck because registration is now open for the 4th annual Robson Moura Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Association camp at the RMNU headquarters in Tampa, Florida, October 23rd through the 25th. Simply head over to robsonmoura.com to reserve your spots for what will be a weekend filled with training, as well as an opportunity for you to train with teammates from around the globe. The RMNU camp is open to any student within the Robson Moura Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu Association. It doesn't matter if you're a white belt or a black belt. You will walk away from the camp having learned something new, whether it be a specific technique or a drill that you may not have even thought of. You'll also walk away with some new friends, and isn't that what Jiu-Jitsu is all about? For those of you who have attended RMNU camps in the past, especially last year's camp, you trained with some of the most elite professors and your Jiu-Jitsu game grew. You spent hours on the mats drilling techniques, sparring with teammates from around the globe, and you were even lucky enough to witness several brown belts take the next step in their journey as Professor Robson Moura awarded them their black belts. This year, Professor Robson Moura will be joined by Professor Josef Manuel and Professor Jeff Mitchell, along with special guests Professor Bruno Bastos and Professor Ricardo Abreu for what can only be described as an amazing jiu-jitsu experience. If you haven't attended a camp, you should make an effort to attend this year. I've been to the last two, and every time I've learned something new and have had areas of my game cleaned up by the professors at the camp. Everyone is at the camp for the same reasons: to improve their skill sets, help others improve, and to have fun. There's plenty of time to ask the professors about issues within your own game, and you'll be surprised to see how many other teammates from around the globe have the same issues that you have. In addition to the time spent on the mats, the team heads out for dinners and other social events, including playing Jenga with 2x4s, or maybe even breaking ball returns at the local bowling alley. I guess you needed to be there last year. You've already made the hardest step in your journey by going to your first jiu-jitsu class. So why not join your RMNU family at the 4th annual RMNU camp October 23rd through the 25th. Come and learn from champions with Professor Robson Moura, Josef Manuel, and Jeff Mitchell, along with special guests Professor Bruno Bastos and Professor Ricardo Abreu. You'll be glad you did.